Hey guys, it's Ben with a weekly devotional for you. This comes from Mark chapter 13, and part of our Bible reading plan. If you want to take part in the plan, you can see that on our Facebook page, facebook.com/thewellcu. And so let's jump in today. An interesting chapter in Mark where Jesus talks about the end times and what's going to come and what it's going to look like. And it's a beautiful, beautiful chapter that makes some difficult promises and some really beautiful promises for God's people. But we're going to focus on the ending today. So starting in Mark chapter 13, verse 32, and we'll read through 37. It says, "But concerning that day or that hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Be on guard, keep awake. For you do not know when the time will come. It is like a man going on a journey when he leaves home and puts his servants in charge, each with his work, and commands the doorkeeper to stay awake. Therefore, stay awake. You do not know when the master of the house will come, in the evening or at midnight or when the rooster crows, or in the morning, lest he come suddenly and find you asleep. And what I say to you, I say to all, stay awake." Jesus gives us these words to stay awake. And I think so often in the society we live in and the culture we live in, it's really easy to fall asleep spiritually. It's really easy for us to get caught up in all the wrong things, or maybe it's all the right things, but we're too caught up in them. And the next thing we know, we're spiritually asleep. We know we're spiritually asleep because it starts to show in our lives. We stop spending time with Jesus. We stop hearing from the Lord. Anxiety and worry about things begin to take over in places where we realize we haven't given this to the Lord, but anxiety and worry are ruling in our lives. Maybe sin habits start to emerge. We're spiritually falling asleep. We're no longer awake. So what do we do? How do we stay awake? I want to encourage you with this. We've talked a lot as a church about spiritual disciplines, and all of those play a role in staying awake. If we want to be inspired to live holy lives before God, we dive into His Word. If we need to hear His voice, we go before Him in prayer and meditation, and we sit and we listen for the voice of Jesus. If we want to be reminded of the mission that we're on, it happens through the body called the church. So stay awake. Engage in these things. Engage in the things that Christ has called us to with one another in community. Engage in the things that Christ has called you to do on your own in order that you might live out a vibrant relationship with Him. And that when this day comes, we can say that we stayed awake. Lord, we lived our lives constantly ready for your arrival, seeking to please you and bring glory to your name.